side to side. Extending the arms overhead, legs long, big stretch of the body. Fingertips away from the toe tips. And relaxing to the floor, grab your strap. You may or may not need it. We're going to keep the left leg on the floor. We're going to lift the sole of the right foot up towards the ceiling. Strap will go around the ball of the right foot, holding the strap down towards the ends. That way letting your backs of your elbows, shoulders, hips all rest on the floor. If you don't want to use the strap, you can just do peace fingers to big toe. Pulling the belly in, feeling the backs of your hips press down. Reaching up through the heel. Letting that right leg fall open to the side. Strap to the right hand. Keep the left toes pointing up. Equal inhales and exhales. And right leg comes all the way up through center, over to the left just a little bit. Keeping most of the back of your hips on the floor. Keeping both feet flexed, feeling the sensations in the back of the right leg. Coming back to center, lifting the shoulders, bring your nose towards your knee, hollowing out the body. Gently bend the right knee as you lower the shoulders, interlacing the fingers on top of your right shin, pulling the knee in close to the body. Maybe roll out the ankles, squish the toes. And release the right leg all the way to the floor. Take a second to notice how much more open the right side is. It might feel a little warmer, more relaxed. And we'll switch, bringing the sole of the left foot up towards the ceiling this time. Strap to the ball of the left foot or peace fingers. And flexing both feet, keep the back pressed down. Leg falls open to the side, strap to the left hand. Keep the right toes up, right shoulder on the floor. Relax the face, try not to scrunch the jaw or the forehead. And coming back up through center, left leg over to the right a little bit. Left leg comes back to center, lift the shoulders, nose towards the knee, pulling the belly button in. Bending the right knee, lower the shoulders to the floor, interlacing the fingers around the left shin. Pulling it in close to the body. Again, maybe roll out the left ankle and squish the toes. Releasing the left leg all the way to the floor. We're going to bring the arms to a T, bringing the soles of the feet, both of them up towards the ceiling. Same thing, flexing through the feet, feeling the backs of the hips press down. Gently bringing the soles of the feet together into a butterfly. Reaching the hands up, grabbing the ankles or the shins as the feet lower, coming into your reclined butterfly. Notice the shoulders pulling down out of your ears. And release the ankles, bringing the knees back into the chest. Gently rock yourself all the way up to a seat. We're going to keep the right ankle in front. Inhaling up. Exhale, hinging forward over the thighs. Let the hips sink back a little bit. Switch the crossing of the ankles, left ankle in front. Inhaling up. Exhale, hinging forward, same thing. Relax the hips, try to keep your back sort of flat. Uncross, or I should keep the ankles crossed. Rock forward to the hands and the knees, coming into your tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over the knees. Engaging the belly. Inhale to drop the belly, lift your chest and your tailbone, taking a couple cat-cows. Exhale to round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, drop the belly, lifting the chest. And exhale, rounding the back, tuck the chin. One more time. Inhaling to drop the belly, really press into the floor. Feel yourself lift. Exhale, rounding the back. Feel the shoulder blades come away from your spine. Shifting your hips all the way back into your child's pose. Reaching the arms forward. Maybe tuck the chin or rock across the shins. Shifting your hips forward all the way to the top of the mat. Coming into your up dog. Hands underneath the shoulders. Let the hips sink. Keep the neck lifted. That right shoulder come forward, left one back, stretching the side bellies. And back through center, right shoulder back, left one forward. Lifting the hips back up to your tabletop position. Keeping the hips stacked above your knees. We're going to walk the hands forward, dropping the chest, coming into your puppy. Press the hands and the forearms into the floor. You'll feel the tops of the arms turn on the more you press down. Walking the hands back into our tabletop. We're going to reach that right arm straight out to a T. And threading the right arm underneath the left, coming down to the back of the right shoulder. Reaching the right fingertips all the way across the mat. You can use that left hand as a kickstand. Again, trying to keep the hips above your knees. Pressing into the left hand, left side of the body. We're going to open up that right arm, right hip. You can lift the leg up, or you can leave that right foot down on the floor if you want for a little mini half moon. Keeping the shoulders stacked, belly pulled in, lengthening the body. And right knee gently comes back to the floor. We're gonna thread that right arm underneath the left again, coming back down to the shoulder. This time, if you would like, you can try leaning into that right knee, lifting that left leg up away from the floor, coming to a flying needle. And left knee's gonna gently lower all the way back down to the floor. Press into the left side of the body, opening up that right arm, right shoulder. One more time, right leg into your mini half moon. If you would like to bend the knee, reaching back for the foot, you can do that too. Just kick the foot away as you pull it in. Gently release that right leg straight back. We're gonna bring both hands to the top of the mat, turning the body so it's parallel to the floor. Right toes are still lifted. Lengthening your body, keeping the hands under your shoulders. On our inhale, we're gonna bring that knee into the body, round the back, knee to the nose. And extending right leg back, straight out. This time we're gonna bend that right knee, bringing it all the way up and outside our right hand, coming into our lizard. Shoulder or wrist under your shoulders, long spine, trying to keep the whole sole of the foot on the floor. Gently let that right knee fall open. The sole of the foot will lift away. You can point the toes out a little bit if you want to bend the elbows or come to your blocks. Come into your winged dragon, letting the hips naturally sink. Nice full breath. Coming back up to the hands, we're going to heel toe that foot back to center. On our inhale, lift the chest and the arms, coming into your low lunge. Letting the front of that left leg stretch. Keep that right knee straight ahead. Gently shifting the hips back, taking a half split. Flexing that right foot. Making sure the hips are underneath you. Maybe point and flex that right foot. Pointing stretches the front, flexing stretches the back of the leg. And bend the knee, bringing the hands back inside the right foot. We're just going to bring that right knee all the way back underneath us. Maybe you do a little squish of the side bodies, wag the tail. Left arm reaches out to a T. And thread it through underneath, coming down to the left shoulder this time. Same thing, keeping the hips above the knees. Really reaching that left hand through. Bringing the right hand in front of the face. We're going to press into the right side of the body. Opening up the left shoulder, left hip into your mini half moon. Flexing that left foot. Press into that right hand. Always keep space in the ear and the shoulder. And left knee gently lowers back down to the mat. Thread that left arm underneath the right, coming back down to the shoulder. This time, if you would like, you can lean into the left knee, lifting that right leg up. Keeping the hip closed though, try not to let the hip open. And right knee gently comes all the way back down to the mat. Pressing into the right side of the body, open up left shoulder, left hip, mini half moon. If you would like, bend that left leg, reaching back for the foot. And releasing the left leg back. We're gonna gently bring both hands to the top of the mat, squaring off the hips, finding that long spine, squeeze the belly in. And bring knee to nose underneath, round your back, still pressing into the floor. And extend that left leg back nice and long. This time we're gonna bend the left knee, bringing it up outside the left hand. Lengthening the spine, trying to let the hips sink. Let that right or left knee open up, sole of the foot will lift from the floor. You can come down to the forearms or just bend the elbows. Again, letting the hips sink. Come back up to our hands. We'll walk that left foot back to the center of your mat. Inhale, arms up, chest up, coming into your low lunge. And relaxing the hips. Let go of any tension in your face. And shifting the hips back, straighten that left leg. Coming into your half split. Again, flexing and pointing that left leg. Hips underneath us. Shifting forward, both hands come inside the left foot. Lift that left knee back, coming into our tabletop position. Walk the hands a step or two further. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees, shifting your hips up and back into your downward dog. Spread your fingers, your toes, pressing the finger pads, the palms of the hands, balls of the feet all into the mat. Feeling the lift up through the arms, shoulders, back. Gently walk the hands back to meet your feet, coming into your forward fold. Let the top half hang. You can grab opposite elbows if you'd like. You can also wrap the arms behind the legs. Bend and straighten one knee at a time. Pressing into the feet, slowly roll yourself all the way up. Head will come up last. We're going to take our right ankle, cross it in front of our left. They can be tight, they can be wide. We just want to keep both feet flat on the floor. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Taking an active twist, just wrapping the left arm in front, the right arm behind. Again, trying to keep your feet flat, spine long. Releasing the upper body, inhaling, arms up again. And exhale, hinging forward. Keeping the hips high, try not to sit back into it. Keeping your ankles crossed, slowly make your way all the way up. Nice job. We'll bring the right foot back out and we'll switch, bringing the left ankle in front and figuring out what feet position will work for you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Again, wrapping that right arm in front, left arm behind. And releasing the arms, inhale up. And exhale, folding forward. Keep Keeping the feet flat, hips high. Pressing into the feet, slowly roll yourself all the way up. Once you're up, uncross the ankles. Arms, inhale up. And exhale, folding forward, regular fold. Bringing your hands all the way to the mat. Walk them forward, coming back into your downward dog. A little pause here. And on your next breath, hop, step, or walk to the top of your mat. Pressing into the feet, roll yourself all the way up. Coming into a few sun salutation A's. Inhale up. And exhale, fold forward, moving with your breath. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Chaturanga. You can also take this from the knees. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Lifting from the hips. Full breath here. Checking in with your body, seeing how you're doing. Hop, step, walk, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Press into the feet, rise up, big inhale. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Keeping the hips high. On our inhale, our right leg's gonna lift up and back. Three-legged dog. On your exhale, step that right foot forward to the top of the mat. Keep the hands on the floor. If you need to use your blocks instead, please feel free. We're gonna shift forward onto that right leg. As you straighten, the left toes will point up towards the ceiling, coming into your standing split. Nice and easy. Gently lifting the chest, coming up to your warrior three. Just leveling out the body. Again, you can use the blocks at the top of your mat. And nice and slow, lifting the chest all the way up. Left knee's gonna come up and into your chest. Standing up tall. Stacking everything on the right side, pressing down into the floor. We're gonna bend the right knee, bringing left knee over the right one. We're gonna bend the arms, bringing the right elbow on top of left. Maybe the backs of the hands meet. Coming into our eagle. Keeping the hands in front of the face, pulling the forearms away from the face. Release the arms and the legs. Inhale, coming all the way back up, knee to the chest. And making our way back down, gently hinging forward. Left leg will shoot straight back into your warrior three. Keep the left toes pointing down. Remember to breathe. And lowering the chest, hands to the floor. Left leg lifts into your standing split. Gently bend the left knee, or right knee, bringing the left toes all the way back down to the floor. Coming into your kind of low lunge. We're gonna gently lift that right foot up, stepping it back to your left, coming into your plank. Shoulders over wrist, squeezing the belly. Leaning into the left side, left hand, turn the toes to the right, reach that right arm straight up into your side plank. Again, you can take this from the knee. Keep that left shoulder out of the ear. And right hand comes all the way back down to the floor. Switch, leaning into that right hand, reach the left arm up. Squeeze the belly. And left hand gently comes back down to the mat. Shift forward for your vinyasa or lift the hips up and back for your downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. Always coming back to your breath, keeping it equal, relaxed. When you hold the breath, it makes the body panic. We don't want to do that. Other side on our inhale, left leg lifts up and back. And exhale, left foot steps forward, top of the mat, keeping the hands down, one on either side of the foot. Shifting forward onto that left leg, right toes will lift. Standing split, keeping the right hip closed. Looking at the left kneecap. Nice and slow, lifting the chest parallel to the floor, coming into your warrior three. Pressing into that left foot, you'll feel your left kneecap lift, lengthening your body. On the inhale, coming all the way up, right knee comes up and into the chest. Finding your balance. Relax the shoulders down. Bending the left knee, we're gonna bring right knee on top. This time we're gonna take left elbow on top of right. You need to rest the right toes down, you can. Pulling the forearms away from the face. Keeping the shoulders above your hips, above the left foot. And release, inhaling up, right knee up and into the chest, arms reach up. And coming back down, hinging forward, right leg shoots straight back into your warrior three. Chest is parallel. And slowly lowering all the way down, hands to the floor, right toes pointing up. Gently bend that left knee, right toes come all the way down to the floor. We're going to step that left foot back to meet your right, coming back into our plank. Leaning into the left hand, reach that right arm up, side plank. Still reaching out through the top of your head towards the top of the mat. And right hand comes back down to the floor. Switch, leaning into the right side, reaching that left arm up. And left hand comes back to the floor. Shift forward for your vinyasa or lift the hips up and back for your downward dog. Go ahead and bend the knees, bringing them to the floor. Shift your hips back, take a little child's pose. You can bring the arms back behind you. You can grab a sip of water, whatever you need. to your tabletop position. And all the way back up to your downward dog. Pressing into the mat, relaxing the face. All right, on our inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, we're gonna step that right foot forward this time. Inhaling, arms up for your crescent. Making our way into a little dancing warrior. Keeping the ball of the left foot down, right knee forward. Gently opening up left shoulder, left hip, coming into your warrior two. Looking over your right hand. Keeping the shoulders above your hips. On the inhale, left arm sweeps down, right arm up, reverse. Hands coming forward, right arm sweeps down, left arm up and over the ear. From here, we're gonna take our right arm, reaching it in between the legs. We're gonna take this left arm, bending the elbow behind our back. Fingertips will meet underneath, or you can use your strap. Gently walk that left foot in, coming all the way to the top of your mat. We're coming into bird of paradise. Wobble slow, it feels really weird at first. Gently leaning into that left foot. We're just gonna pop up onto the right toes for this first one, trying to get your balance over that left leg. If you wanna try to lift the right toes, you can. Gently release the arms, lowering that right foot, coming all the way into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Vinyasa or down dog. Full breath. On our inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Shifting forward, left foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhaling, arms up, crescent lunge. And ball of the right foot's down, keeping the hips underneath you. Relaxing the face. That right shoulder, right hip, open up into your warrior two, looking over your left hand. Front heel should intersect with the middle of the back foot. Right arm drops down, left arm reaching up and back, reverse warrior. And left arm sweeps forward, right arm up and over the ear, extended side angle. Bringing that left hand in between the legs like you were gonna grab your own butt. Bend the right elbow behind the back. Maybe the fingertips meet, maybe you use your strap. Gently heel toeing that right foot all the way up to the top of the mat. So you're facing the top, still keeping your bind. Gently leaning into the right foot this time, popping up onto the left toes. And gently release the arms, lowering that left leg. Coming into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Vinyasa or down dog. We're gonna run through that dancing warrior bird of prey one more time each side and then come back down to the floor. On our inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhaling up for your crescent lunge. Left hip, left arm opens up into your warrior two. Squeezing all the muscles of the belly up and in. Left arm sweeps down, right arm reaching up, reverse warrior. And right arm sweeps forward, left arm up and over the ear. Gently bringing that right hand in between the legs, bend that left elbow back behind, grabbing fingertips, strap shirt. Gently walk that left foot all the way up to the top of your mat, keeping the bind if you can. This time we're gonna lean into that left foot. If you would like, you can lift the right toes, or you can come all the way up. And slowly lowering right foot all the way back down to the floor. Release your bind, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Vinyasa or down dog. One more side. On the inhale, left leg lifts up and back. And exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhaling up, crescent lunge. And let that right arm, right shoulder open up into your warrior two. Squeezing the belly, keep the arm strong, shoulders down. Right arm drops down, left arm reaching up and back. And left arm's gonna sweep forward, right arm up and over the ears. Bringing that left hand between the legs, bending the right elbow behind you, reaching for the fingers or your strap. Gently walk that right foot all the way up to the top of the mat. This time leaning into that right foot, pop up onto the left toes. Maybe lift the left foot. And gently release the arms, left leg down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Vinyasa or down dog. Meeting in our down dog, nice full breath. Gently bend the knees, bringing them to the floor into your tabletop position. We're gonna scoot or bring this right knee forward, shin to the floor, coming into our right side pigeon. You can take a block or a blanket and tuck it underneath your right side if you're too floaty in the air. You feel like you have to hold on too much. Staying upright for just a moment. Letting the hips sink. Maybe bend the left knee. You can try reaching one hand back or both. Try not to hold too much tension in the hips. And release that left leg all the way down. Let it go. Fold forward. Breathing into and out of your right hip. Relaxing the toes. Always coming back to the breath. Up to our hands. We're going to tuck the left toes underneath, just enough to bring that right knee out to the side into our half rock. So it was underneath us, now we're just bringing it out to the side. Letting the inside of the thigh relax. You can do arms to a T or you can make a little pillow. If you want more twist in the neck, bring the right cheek down. Countering our pigeon pose. Slide down inhale to meet your left. We're gonna bring this right arm straight out to a T. Left hand under your left shoulder. Bending the left knee. Roll all the way over to the right side of your body. We got the back of the shoulder earlier when we did our thread the needle. This opens up the front, the chest. If you need a little more, you can bend the elbow, or if you need a little less, walk the arm down away from the face or away from the top of the body, or just don't roll back as far, either one. And gently rolling all the way back to center. We're going to bring both hands down by our sides, palms on the floor, tops of the feet on the floor. On the inhale, press the hands and the feet down, lifting the chest and the face. You'll press the tops of the feet down so hard the kneecaps will lift. Feeling the backs of your shoulder blades squeeze together. And gently release, lowering to the floor. This time on your inhale, we're going to lift our face, our chest, lift the hands and the feet, reaching back for the heels, coming into your locust. Making the body as long as you can. And releasing all the way to the mat. Hands under the shoulders. Press yourself up to your tabletop position. We're just going to switch sides. So this time we'll scoot our left knee forward, run into our left side pigeon. Flop or blanket can go under the left hip this time if you need. Staying up nice and tall. Maybe bend that right knee. Noticing how it changes anything in the hips. Typically the hips will lift a little bit when you bend that right knee. You can try to reach one arm back or both. Keeping the chest open, sitting up tall even if the arms aren't back. And gently release, right leg to the floor. And letting it go. Fold forward over the left thigh. Full breath. Breathing into and out of anywhere that's tight. And break up the knots. Creating space for everything to move continuously. To our hands. We're going to tuck the right toes underneath, and we're just going to slide that left knee out to the left, opening up the hip. Lowering all the way back down into your half frog. Again, if you want a little more twist, you can put the left cheek down instead of the right. Really let the inside of the left thigh drop towards the floor. Slide down to meet your right. Bringing the arms back down by our sides. This time on our inhale, lift the face, the chest, lifting the arms and the feet again, coming into your locust. Balancing on your belly button. Pulling the shoulder blades together. And gently release, lower into the floor. This time on our inhale, you can lift the hands and the feet coming back into your locust, or you can bend the knees, reaching back for the ankles to come into your bow. Kicking the feet away as you pull them in. Bounce on the belly button. And gently release, coming all the way back down to the floor. Hands under the shoulders. Press yourself up to your tabletop and walk the knees forward, come into a seat.
Are we gonna do the arm and...
Oh, poo, you're right, I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right.
Did I not do that side? Goodness gracious. Coming back down to our bellies, since I fibbed. You're gonna bring that left arm out to a T. Right hand under your right shoulder. Bend the right knee, roll it over to the left side of the body. Can't have you walk around outside all day. Nice full breath. Rolling back to center. This time, hands under the shoulders, pressing yourself up to a tabletop, walking the knees forward to a seat. Keep our legs long, coming into our staff. Inhaling up. Exhale, keeping a flattish back, hinging forward for the toes. Again, if you want to use your strap, you can do that too. Gently coming up. Go ahead and make your way all the way down to your back. We'll bring the soles of the feet wide, probably the distance of your mat. Arms will be to a T. Let both knees fall over to the right, taking a little windshield wiper of the knees. And back up through center. Let both knees fall over to the left. Really letting that right inside of the right leg sink towards the floor. We don't often do a lot of internal rotation with our hips and knees. One more time.
I didn't get that.
Oh my goodness. One, up through center, over to the right. And up through center, over to the left. Coming back to center. We'll bring the soles of the feet to the floor, hip distance this time. Arms down by the sides or out to a T. Press into the feet, lifting the hips up into your bridge. Maybe bring the tops of the arms underneath your shoulders or reach the hands down for the heels or interlace the fingers under you. Keeping the legs parallel. Knees and ankles always go the same direction and distance. Gently lower the hips all the way to the floor. Bring the arms out to a T. We're going to lift the feet, bringing the shins 90 degrees to the floor, coming into our dead bug. Figure out where your knees need to be. The goal is to keep your low back glued to the floor. So if they're not exactly 90, that's perfectly fine. We want to focus more on engaging the belly and keeping your back on the mat. We're going to do 3 each side. So gently straightening or lowering that right heel any amount. It doesn't need to come to the floor. If your low back pops up, then lift the foot because you've gone too far. Bringing the right knee back into center. And gently lowering the left leg. Squeeze the belly. Keep the back down. And back to center. Right leg's going to straighten or lower. Squeezing the belly. And right knee back. Left leg lowers, squeezing the belly, relax your face. And back to center. Last time, right leg lowers. Back to center. Last one, left leg lowers. And bringing that left knee back up to center. Go ahead and let the knees fall into the chest. You can wrap the arms around. Arms come back out to a T. This time we're going to keep the left knee in close to the body. Right leg's going to extend all the way to the floor. Rolling over onto the right side of the body. Let that left leg come across into a big twist. Keep the back of the left shoulder towards the floor. Full breath. Bring both knees back to center. And we'll switch. So the right knee will stay in, left leg goes to the floor. Rolling over onto that left hip, right leg will come across. Another big twist. Keeping that belly in. Spine as long as you can. Coming back to center. We'll bring the knees into the chest, extending the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. We're going to take our peace fingers, grabbing our big toe. The legs do not need to come straight. All you need to do is flex the feet, lifting through the heels. If you want to use your strap, you can do that instead. You want to keep the shoulders and the hips down. Again, even if the legs aren't straight, you're still getting a good stretch. Letting both feet fall open into your straddle. You can grab the ankles or the thighs. And both feet come up overhead. We're going to release the toes, bend the knees. Our hands are going to grab the outsides of our feet. Bringing the knees down outside your ribs into your happy baby. Heels above the knees. Maybe tug the soles of the feet down a little bit more to bring the legs closer to the ribs. Nice big breath. Staying in your happy baby, maybe taking a little rock side to side. Rocking all the way over to the right. Straighten that right leg a bit. You can keep that left leg bent where it is, kind of like a half happy baby. And back to center, a little rock. Rocking over to the left this time, straightening that left leg any amount. And back to center, release the feet. Extending the legs long, arms overhead, big stretch of the body. And bring the knees into the chest one last time. Take a little rock and roll. Take any extra moves that you might want or need before we come into our Shavasana. If you need another twist or a bridge, a headstand.